Very exciting news. Something that is incredibly huge has just taken place in the world of cryptocurrencies, and it is going to shatter the foundations of the whole industry. At this very moment, the United States Congress has just made XRP legal. This is not a practice session. These are the genuine thing. In addition, the repercussions of this momentous decision are already causing shockwaves to spread across the cryptocurrency world. It is a remarkable development that Congress has approved a law that would effectively protect XRP against any more attacks that may be launched by the SEC. It is now impossible for the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC), which has been fighting Ripple for years, to have any influence over XRP. This might have significant repercussions for all parties involved. All of this is a direct result of the passing of House Resolution 4763, a piece of legislation that the public did not anticipate. XRP's position as a valid and untouchable asset has been firmly established as a result of this law, which has radically altered the game for Ripple. This measure not only makes Ripple untouchable by the SEC, but it also offers a loophole that might lead to an explosion of new riches, particularly for people who have been piling XRP over the previous few years. This is especially true for those who have been waiting for this opportunity. It is currently being predicted by some insiders that up to 100,000 new billionaires might be created by the time Christmas rolls around, and this is all because of this massive shift in the regulatory environment of the cryptocurrency industry. Now, what exactly is the function of HR 4763? To put it another way, it protects XRP from the continuing legal struggle that continues to be fought with the SEC. Ripple do not need to be concerned about the possibility of being classified as an unregistered security anymore because of this development. Throughout the entirety of the SEC's case against Ripple, this has been the primary concern. As a result of the passage of this new measure by Congress, the Securities and Exchange Commission's onslaught is effectively ended. XRP has been formally exonerated of any regulatory doubt, and to tell you the truth, this provides the opportunity for growth that has never been seen before. The future of XRP has never appeared to be more promising, and we are now witnessing the beginning of a new chapter in which Ripple is free to operate without the fear of interference from the SEC. When it comes to the timing of the passing of this measure, nothing could be more ideal. At a time when the whole cryptocurrency sector has been holding its breath in anticipation of regulatory clarification, this news arrives at precisely the right moment. This newly enacted regulation is being regarded as a significant turning point, not just for the cryptocurrency known as XRP, but also for the digital asset market as a whole. The stock market went absolutely crazy as soon as the news surfaced. When prices started to go up, trading floors were filled with excitement, and financial news sources were rushing to report the event as quickly as they could. Investors have been waiting for this moment for years, and now that it is finally here, the floodgates are opening up for them to get their investments. The level of expectation has reached such a high point that the response is much more fierce than many people anticipated it would be. As a matter of fact, we are already witnessing some significant shifts in the market, particularly with the whales. Both volume and volatility are increasing as a result of the presence of these huge holdings, who are making their presence known. During the past 24 hours, whales have been purchasing enormous quantities of XRP, with reports indicating that they have purchased about $50 million worth of XRP every single hour. An unmistakable message is being conveyed by this extraordinary demand. The leading players are of the opinion that a significant development is on the horizon for XRP. However, the atmosphere at the Securities and Exchange Commission is anything from jubilant. Officials are struggling to come to terms with the rapid change in the regulatory environment, which has created an atmosphere that is rife with stress. A significant number of employees at the agency are apprehensive about the future of cryptocurrency regulation in the United States as a result of the legalization of XRP, which has caused shockwaves to travel throughout the agency. The chairman of the Securities and Exchange Commission, Gary Gensler, is reportedly contemplating resigning from his position. According to source close to the situation, he has been conducting a series of talks behind closed doors in order to consider his alternatives, as the amount of pressure from parliamentarians and the general public continues to increase. As a result of the passing of House Resolution 4763, the authority of the Securities and Exchange Commission's SEC to regulate XRP has been essentially taken away, marking a significant turning point in the continuing discussion about digital assets. This piece of legislation has not only transformed the power dynamic, but it has also established a precedent for the regulation of cryptocurrencies in the future. Now, many with knowledge of the situation are predicting that Gensler's time in the post could draw to a close. In the financial community, there are allegations that the leadership of the Securities and Exchange Commission's SEC is being shaken up, and this scrutiny is strong. As a result of this action taken by Congress, he has virtually lost his power in the case, which has resulted in the agency being in a state of transition and ambiguity. Numerous individuals are pondering the future of the Securities and Exchange Commission's SE attitude to digital currency. At this moment, Gensler is left frantically trying to salvage face while the entire world watches, with the attention of the cryptocurrency community and the financial industry completely focused on his next move. The attempts made by the Securities and Exchange Commission's SEE to target Ripple have been in the works for years, but now that Congress has intervened, Gensler's plan has been rendered ineffective, and his hold on the situation is rapidly deteriorating. On the other hand, the rest of the cryptocurrency industry is keeping a close eye on the SEE as it tries to figure out what its next actions will be. Moreover, in the middle of all this mayhem, there is one name that sticks out better than the others: Musk, Elon. Indeed, you did hear that correctly. Elon Musk, one of the most powerful personalities in the cryptocurrency field, wrote a tweet that was cryptic and just said, XRP. This came at a time when it appeared that things could not possibly get much wilder. It is not clear whether this was just a random tweet or whether there is something more to it, but the participation of Musk in the crisis has caused the cryptocurrency world to go into a frenzy. Is Musk giving the impression that he is prepared to provide significant support for XRP? It's possible that he's dropping hints about a significant cooperation or investment in Ripple. Regardless of the circumstances, there is one thing that is undeniable. Whenever Musk talks, the market pays attention. If all of this is true, then what does it signify for the future of XRP? To phrase it another way, the only limit is the sky. The new measure that was enacted by Congress has essentially paved the way for Ripple to reach new heights, and analysts are now expecting that the value of XRP might explode in the near future. However, you shouldn't simply take my word for it. If you are currently holding XRP, you are in for a great ride. However, if you have not yet invested in the cryptocurrency, now could be the ideal moment for you to do so before it is too late. At the same time that whales are continuing to acquire enormous quantities of XRP, regular investors are beginning to take notice, and the amount of pressure to purchase is only going to further rise. The cryptocurrency known as XRP is rapidly evolving into a serious powerhouse in the world of finance, and it is no longer only a speculative asset. Since the Securities and Exchange Commission is no longer involved, Ripple is now free to concentrate on broadening its worldwide reach, growing adoption, and achieving significant advancements in the financial industry. The chance that comes along with this is once in a lifetime, and the potential benefits are huge. We can't help but wonder, as the enthusiasm continues to rise, what may the future hold for XRP. Considering that the SEC is now in a weak position and Ripple is free to operate, there are a great deal of opportunities. Would it be possible for Ripple to have a significant collaboration with international organizations? Would it be possible for them to start incorporating XRP into conventional banking systems? In the event that you are in possession of XRP, there is no doubt that you are sitting on a potential gold mine. The route is clear for XRP to reach new heights, and if the projections are any indication, this might be only the beginning of its achievements. Congress is now on Ripple's side, and the SEC has been essentially neutralized. It is possible that if XRP hits $1,000 or even higher, it could give rise to a new generation of millionaires, many of whom will be in an ideal position as a result of the new legal clarity. Right now, before we come to a close, I would like to hear from you. XRP is a cryptocurrency that you presently possess, or are you thinking about adding it to your portfolio very soon? It's possible that you've been keeping up with the latest news and developments in the market, or it's also possible that you're simply inquisitive about what the future holds for this cryptocurrency. Do you believe that the price will eventually reach $1,000? As an alternative, do you have another objective in mind? I would be very interested in hearing your perspective on this subject, as there has been a lot of conjecture about it. In what ways do you anticipate Ripple's future to unfold? Regarding its potential in the long run, do you have faith? Alternatively, do you have a more cautious outlook on the future of XRP and the cryptocurrency market as a whole? Put your thoughts in the comments section below. Feel free to share your ideas, your tactics, or even your worries with my audience. I read each and every remark, and I really like hearing your points of view.